Hey, we're here at the NECA booth. I used to say NECA, but I had to change. With Randy Falk, and he told us kind of a cool story last night at preview night about this figure over here that I think is worth sharing with the audience. So can you tell us about this guy? People may not recognize him from any of the Aliens films.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Alien Series 2, we have Sergeant Craig Windrix, and he is not from the films. He's not from video game or comics or anything like that. At the time we were developing this figure, one of our very good friends and sort of extended family, a guy by the name of Craig Windrix, he's the brother of our lead sculptor, Kyle. Craig was diagnosed with advanced stage 4 stomach cancer at 34 years of age. Came out of nowhere, no warning signs, no family history of it, nothing. Given 6 months as a prognosis initially, as far as his chances of survival. So Aliens is his favorite movie since '86, and also Kyle's favorite movie as well. And I decided to make the figure into Craig. Didn't tell them I was doing it, I just wanted to do it a surprise. You figure your friend is very sick, basically fighting for his life, and there's nothing you can do, and you can't help the whole time but feeling like you want to do something. So I figured whether this became a product or not or anything, I wanted to do this and get it to him to at least make the guy smile and have something to brighten his situation. At the time I went to Fox, explained what was going on, and said, we'd like to use his likeness, and if at all possible, even his name, to really immortalize and pay tribute to this guy. And they were gracious enough to hear my request, and went through all the proper legal channels and cleared the ability to do this, and had Craig sign a release and everything. And the figure will come out for this fall, in time for holiday, as Sergeant Craig Windrix. He's part of the Colonial Marines. He'll be fighting alongside Hudson and Hicks, and he'll be out there, and he's got the flamethrower, and we did some custom decoration on the armor that's all specific to him and his family, and the figure really means a lot. And everyone at NECA is pulling for him. Any of the fans that we've talked to here in the last 2 days that know the story, amazing, overwhelming response and just support, and Facebook, Twitter, everything. Like, where the people, if they haven't personally been affected, they know someone who has. And I've heard from people who lost their father to cancer, or their mother's fighting breast cancer, and it's something that means something. It's something that, again, there's only so much you can do. He's fighting for his life. He's doing chemo and trying to beat the odds. And this kind of pays tribute to him and his fight against cancer and his fight for survival. And I'm just really happy we were able to do it. And I really appreciate that Fox supported what we wanted to do. And to anyone out there who's struggling with terminal disease, like, life is too short, man. You just never know from one day to the next what can happen. Yeah.
And did his brother actually sculpt his likeness, or did you keep it a secret and have someone else do that?
I wanted to keep it secret, so initially someone else did the portrait. We finished everything, had it painted and all that, and we sent it to the family. They didn't know anything, so they got it and called up. The mother especially was incredibly touched. Yeah. The family unfortunately had lost their dad the year before, so it's really been a rough time. So it really meant a lot to them. Once the cat was out of the bag, I told Kyle, go back in and obviously change the head and make it better or make it different if you want. It's your brother. Right. So he did go back in and redo the head, but initially they knew nothing about it. It was something I kind of took upon myself to do. Had one of our other artists render out the first head, but in the end Kyle was the one that was able to do his brother's head, and the head we will be using on the final product.
And you said there's a couple of Easter eggs, like in the paint ops, I think, like his girlfriend's initials, something about the dad's name? Is that
yeah, exactly. All the Marines had personalized their armor in the movie. It was something Cameron did, almost like Vietnam, where the soldiers had done stuff like that. So the Craig figure has a heart with his girlfriend's name on it on the armor. Has the name Windrix on the chest, and then their father, who, like I said, unfortunately passed away a year ago, was an avid bowler. So when he wasn't working, he was bowling, and when he retired, all he did was go bowling. So on the back of the armor, there is a bowling ball and pins, and then the bowling ball has the dad's initials on it. So it's all very personal, and they know what it is, and now if the fans who care enough to look it up online or who want to ask us, like, that's what it's all about, and that's what's on there. And you know, just don't take anything for granted, man. You know, just be grateful for every day you've got.
Yeah. And is he? I know his brother's from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. Is he there too?
Oklahoma. He's in a cancer care facility now in Tulsa, and you know, getting the care he needs and everything they can do for him. And we're pulling for him and hoping he's one of the lucky few.
Yeah. Well, our hearts and prayers are absolutely with him. It's a really cool thing you did, and I thought it was a terrific story to get out there because, again, like you said, everyone knows someone affected by that. So just a really neat thing. So thanks for taking the time to tell us that story, Randy. All right.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.